Hey gamers, I am Snake7 and this is Man vs Master System. Yep, this is the beginning, guys, of my new challenge, which is to collect all boxed and complete 269 PAL titles for the Master System. Obviously, how did this start? Well, it started with one magazine, Retro Gamer. Picked this up a couple of months ago and read about the Master System, and this is a system that I bypassed when I was younger. And I found it had the list of all 269 PAL games plus a rarity guide in there. So I thought, right, that's it, I'm going for it.
Hey gamers, I am Snake7. Hope we're all well, guys. Back again with another video. And yes, that was a snippet of me from nearly 3.5 years ago when I decided to start a collection and start a little series called Man vs Master System. The whole goal, of course, was to collect a full 269 full PAL set of Sega Master System games. Now, 3.5 years is a long time, you may say, but a lot of things change. I've changed, my room's changed, you know, people from YouTube have since long gone and forgot the channels. New YouTubers have come in and joined the clan and stole my sub count. But one thing that hasn't changed is my determination to finish this collection. And yes, 3.5 years is a long time, but you know what, I don't care, because I've enjoyed this collection, I've took my time with it, and I've got the best 269 games on the shelf I could possibly find in the best quality possible, condition wise also. So before we start with the final 5 that is in front of me, I'm going to just mention a few thank yous, because I haven't done this alone, of course. There are people along the way who've actually helped me amass this collection behind me, and I just want to say thank you to you guys. And that first person is going to be Keith the Host 2. Now I'll leave the links to the channels down below because they all deserve a watch, each and every one of them. So Keith the Host 2 is the guy that got my ball rolling, and basically I did a trade video before I actually started the Man vs Master System, and I wanted to get rid of all my games without manuals and trade them for games with manuals. So he contacted me and I traded all my games without manuals for about 4 or 5 games off him with manuals. So Keith, without you, my friend, this would not be possible. So thank you very much, sir. But the next person I want to talk about is the man, and it's Woodland 37, of course, Carl. He sent me a personal video going back a couple of years now. He was collecting for the Master System, and then he decided to sell a few games on, and he showed me what he had, so I bought a good chunk off him for a great price. So he's definitely helped me along the way, so thanks, Carl. Always a pleasure, mate. And then there's Retro Dave Nintendo, of course. He decided to collect for the Master System, and then decided he just wanted to pick up the games that he wanted, he owned as a kid, should I say. So the rest of them he wanted to let go, so I purchased them off Dave, with obviously a few peripherals being there, and that's the joypad that I bought off him, the joystick. So thanks to Dave for helping me out, and last but not least, Tom King Arthur. Now, King Arthur helped me towards the end of the collection with the 3D set. I more or less bought all the 3D games off him, apart from Outrun 3D, which I did acquire eventually. But without Tom, I'd have a hard time finding the 3D games in the quality condition that he sold them in. So massive thanks to you, Tom. 2 honourable mentions, Stu Tutor UK. Now, one way or another, I know you helped me, and I don't know how, whether it be knowledge or whether you give me a game, I don't know, but you're being mentioned anyway, so thanks, mate. And last but not least, the instigator, really, the influence for me to collect the Master System games. It's a tuber that has now, I think, left YouTube for good. Shame, really, because he was one of the guys that I very first started watching. One of the first guys I ever met, and that's Stu Ninja Bear Hug. That guy collected these games, did it properly, and did it far better than I'll ever have done it. But he's been there, done that, and he gave me the influence to want to do this collection and stick with it and finish it, which I've actually, in this video, going to do, guys. So massive thanks to them, guys, but most importantly to you, because you are the guys that, you know, have stuck with me from the very beginning. You've sat there watching me stand here, waffle to you at 20-15 minutes a time, talking about my games bit by bit over 3 or 4 series. So massive thanks to you guys. wouldn't have happened without you. Much appreciated, and I hope you enjoy these final 5. So I'll grab the beer and start as I mean to finish and say cheers to you all. So let's talk about the last 5, which are here, and here are 264 games in a new place, the final resting place. That's where they're going to stay now. So let's crack on with the last 5 games. So game 265 is a puzzle platformer. An early game in the collection. I should have got much earlier, but I didn't. I found it difficult to find with a good manual, and I paid about £20 for this in the end. And it's this one, which is Penguin Land. Puzzle platformer, really good condition, as you can tell. See, it's a side-scrolling platforming game, and on the back it says, "Welcome to Penguin Land. Your mission: bring fragile eggs back to safety to your home. From a foreign land, your journey will take you deep into mysterious caverns, where dungeons and caverns where animals await to destroy your eggs." So you know what to say. You can't have an omelette without breaking many eggs. But in this case, you've got to save them. So basic premise to the game: save the eggs, take them home, job done. But as I say, you know, not a bad game. One I needed very early. I should have got this earlier, but I didn't. But yeah, you can find this fairly easy, but it's quite pricey, and trying to get one with a decent manual, if a manual's in there at all, is quite difficult nowadays. So that's game 265 at Penguin Land. Right, 266, another puzzle game. This is in the kind of the Sonic vein, but not the platforming style. This is a puzzle game, and this is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. This one is like a Tetris style game, as you can see. 1 or 2 players, brilliant condition. Now this one holds its price. This one's one of the expensive ones. Now I've tried to wait and bide my time for this, but in the end I still paid £80 for this. It just don't go down in price. If anything, it goes up. It's a pain in the bum. But still, I had to bite the bullet and get this game. Still a good game. 1 or 2 players. And it says in the back, you have to stay calm and think fast to win this highly addictive puzzle game. Play against a friend or Dr. Robotnik's henchman in a competition mode. Pit yourself against the timer, or try play puzzle mode or a special challenge. So you've got plenty of challenges there, whether you play it on your own or whether you play 2-player. But yet a game that really does keep its price, unfortunately. So if you want this, grab it while you can, because it's not going to get down in price, unfortunately, unless you're very lucky, or unless you want it without a manual, and then it's still a bit pricey. But that's game 266. That is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. 267 is definitely one of the most expensive shooters on the system. The first one, mediocre, £30–35, £40 if you're lucky. This one, £200 all day long, but I was very lucky to land a copy when I went to one of the gaming exhibitions in Wolverhampton last year, and I got it for £110, which is a reasonable price, to be honest. And it is the mighty Power Strike 2. As you can see, this has got everything. It's in very, very good condition. I had a fantastic deal off the guy when I bought it. You can see, top-down shooter, definitely one of the top shooters in the collection, without question. A very, very, very good game. Probably slightly better than the first. But as it says on the back, a lone pilot puts on his flight gear and gets ready. His life has been leading up to this moment. He knows that the time has come to take the pirate sky forces on. The battle has begun. Are you ready to help fight to free the skies from the clutches of the evil pirates? Well, are you? That is the question. But yeah, fantastic game. Very pricey. As I say, this can be a couple of £100, but done a massive favour for me. The guy who bought this off in Wolverhampton, 110, absolute steal of a deal. But this is going to be one of the hard ones, guys. Trust me, it's not an easy find. You can get the Australian version, slightly a little bit cheaper, but it just don't feel the same because it's not a PAL version, and plus your cases are slightly thinner in the Australian versions apparently. So, but there you go, guys. That is 160, 4, 167. Yes, I still forget Craig. That's 167, and that is the Mighty Power Strike. Okay, the final two. 168. Got these both Christmas of 2016. 168 is the one and only card variant that you must have to get the full set, and it is not the greatest game in the world by any means, but it is an expensive one. Now this one I think I paid around 190 to £100 for, which is pretty reasonable because there's two variants. You got an Italian version which can go for even more, but this one is the Great Soccer card game, and as you can see, it's a top-down football game. I'm not going to read the synopsis on this one because it's in German. This is the German variant, and you can get the Italian variant, which is slightly more dearer for some bizarre reason. But just open this one up. I don't do this very often. This will be the last time. But as you can see, manual and a nice black card there. But yeah, it's a typical top-down football game. Not the greatest game by any means, but boy, this is not easy to find, and it's not a cheap game either. So if you're up for your Master System collection, forget what you're getting now. Get this and the next one before anything else, because otherwise you're going to be in pain when you pay for these prices, these games, unless you get them without manuals, and it's still going to cost you. But that's game 268, guys. That is Great Soccer, the Sega card game. So guys, here we go. Game 269. Any guesses? Any guesses? Right, well, some of you are going to know what it is, but I'm going to just keep you in suspense for a bit. I've waited too long to get to this point, so I'm just going to drag it on a little bit more. No, I'm not really. Okay, guys, game 269 to complete the full set of PAL Sega Master System games is an hard one to find, and it's very expensive. 180, £200, could be more if you don't get a grip and get on to it now. I paid £165 for this, and it is this one, Masters of Combat, and as you can see, it's in immaculate condition. Really is nice, and it's probably, well, without question, the best fighter on the system. It's definitely a late release, and it pushes the Master System to its full potential as far as I'm concerned. But it's a 1 or 2 player game, one-on-one fighter. You can also play it singular. Basically what it says on the back is choose one of 4 fighters, each one with a number of special moves and fighting techniques, and go head to head against each other, or then take on a friend or an exhibition, or make your way to the top of the one-player tournament where you must fight for your life and save the Earth. So, say it's no more. It's like a bit like Mortal Kombat-ish, where you got to fight against different people and you're basically saving the Earth. But fantastic fighting game, graphically absolutely brilliant. Really does push the Master System to its limits without question. But that is easily the second hardest game to find, and easily the most expensive game to buy. So, as I said, if you're starting out with this collection, get these first. These 5 games, these 4 games that you've seen, apart from Penguin Land, get them first, because otherwise you're going to struggle. If you get every other game and you leave it till last like I did, you will struggle. But there it is, guys. There it is. That is the last PAL game in the collection. 3.5 years later, I've finished. It's done, dusted. So guys, all I can say yet again is a massive thanks to you guys for sticking around, enjoying my collection grow from 1 to 269. Me losing count permanently every episode. It's something I'm going to miss. Hopefully you're going to miss, but now it's done, it's just going to give me a new incentive, something else to continue with. And all I can say, guys, is I'm going to leave it here because I don't want to start bawling and crying, because it's been such a nice and epic 3.5 years. So guys, I'm going to leave it here. as per usual, I am Cybersnake7. Keep playing, guys. Keep watching. I thank you for watching Man vs Master System. All the best.